Destruction is the best. Yeet, yeet. Yeet, yeet. It's not about the build, it's about the destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Yeetus deletus. Yeet, yeet. Oh, this is looking good. Yeet, yeet, yeet.
Bryson Grange has redeemed first.
Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Destruction. Destruction is the best. I can hold this mouse better than anyone could hold this mouse. Mainly because I wouldn't allow them into my house to hold this mouse. But nonetheless, destruction. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeetus deletus. Yeah, I make great background music. Wait, I'm music?
Miku_gaming1
I'm
is
music.
here.
We'll go with that. Ash Rain music, bro.
The _Dizzy3 is here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome in. How are you doing today, my dudes? GG Gryson redeeming first. What's up, Miku and Dizzy? Welcome in, everybody, across all the platforms. How are you doing? Let me get my TikTok captcha out of the way real quick. God, I can't wait until the day I don't have to say that, whether they fix it or they get banned or what. I don't care. I just don't want to have to do it every day after the intro ends. Goodness. Welcome in, everybody. It's Friday. I didn't have stream yesterday. I canceled stream because I wasn't feeling great. It was like a half an hour or so before stream was supposed to start. My stomach wasn't feeling great, so I just said stream was going to be late. And then it was like an hour later. It was an hour after stream would have started, so like 10 o'clock ish Eastern. My stomach was still not feeling great, so I was just like, yeah, no stream tonight. So that's what happened last night. And then, I was fine. I watched some anime instead. Whew. How's everybody doing now? Today, chat, is a new stream format. Today is a stream that we unlocked during the Subathon. So because we hit a goal within the Subathon, today we're actually going to spend the entire night browsing the Minecraft Wiki together, looking for things that just might not seem right, or looking for things that are missing, things that just, information about a mob that, like, we know or we think is right and is just not even written on the page, that kind of stuff. And then we're actually going to open the game, test it, confirm that what we think is right, and update the wiki. This is my way of helping back with the wiki. I've edited on the new Minecraft.wiki like literally one time. So this is my way to try and help back, because like I feel like there's a lot of things over the years that I've discovered that aren't on the wiki. Like, we go to the wiki all the time for like, hey, what's this and that? How do they work together? And then the wiki doesn't say jack about it. I have one example not NG. I saw you in chat, NG. How you doing? That Mrs. Ken provided of something that was missing from the wiki at the time that I needed it. So that's the first place we're going to go today. And we're going to make sure it says everything that it needs to say and get into there. So if anybody wants to be helpful, you could be browsing the wiki for yourself on your own and providing me with articles that you think I should go and fact check for any line on it. I don't want to make an edit that's just like I feel like this is right. I want to be like, this is missing. let's open the game and see what happens in pure vanilla. And I have everything prepared. Let's get into the game. I trolled you. It's not the game, it's the wiki. All right, so we actually can just Windows tab over to here to see the game. This is Vanilla 121.8, open straight from the vanilla launcher, and this is the Minecraft Wiki incognito window, signed into my account with dark mode. So the first place I want to look is the creaking. I have not checked if this has been updated. So my first and only like starting point for the day might already be wrong. So I wanted to see about where it can spawning. Creaking spawn when an activated. Let me know if actually, let me just zoom this in a bit. Get some bigger text. Some of the platforms might have lower resolutions and might need it. Creaking spawn when activated creaking heart is triggered at nighttime. To activate the heart, it must be placed between two pale blocks, pale oak logs, pale oak wood, stripped oak, pale oak log, blah, 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 in the same orientation as the heart and along the same axis. Yes, we understand that. When the conditions are met and the creaking heart is within the overworld, the creaking spawns within 16 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically of the creaking heart. The spawn creaking is linked to this creaking heart. The creaking does not deactivate if its surrounding logs are broken or moved via pistons when it's creaking out. If a creaking is linked to a creaking heart is killed with a command during night or moves further 4 blocks away, the creaking heart attempts. Okay. It doesn't say anything about what the entire process of what I was going to add to this. So we might be adding like a whole paragraph to this. Let me go here. I have Mrs. Ken's message to see how she worded it. Okay, so one of the things that we've needed to know was, does it spawn on slabs? I don't even, and I assumed that was already in here, that it doesn't spawn on slabs. But there's other things that it doesn't spawn on, and that you just don't know because it is like not a normal spawning behavior. The only time slab is not what we were looking for at the time, though. What we needed to know is if it spawned on redstone components. So I want to add a bit to this, a sentence, a one-liner, a paragraph. It could be anything that says something along the lines of, it will spawn on solid blocks. It will not spawn on slabs or repeaters, but it will spawn on redstone dust. It also doesn't say anything about the name tags. Oh boy. No, it does. Named, creaking. Okay, there's 4 other attributes. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's talking of despawning. Naturally spawn creakings despawn during daytime unless they've been name tagged. They also despawn if they're outside of the 32 block radius around their creaking heart. If they remain within the same blocks as the player longer than 5 seconds, immediately respawning near the heart in both cases. Okay, so yeah, that's for despawning. Not, you can't spawn one with a name tag. You can only prevent them from despawning. Okay, so what I want to confirm is that this isn't normal because normal mobs don't spawn on redstone dust, but these guys will. But they don't spawn on comparators and repeaters still. So that's oh, that was the wrong button. That's what I want to check here. Let's open up a single player world. This is create new world. We'll call this MC Wiki. Creative, hard, commands on, bonus chests are amazing, and the seed is Colonel helps the wiki today! Exclamation mark. Create. Yeah, specifically bottom slabs. So that's what I want to check is, do normal hostile mobs spawn on dust, or is this perfectly 100% normal behavior? I don't think it is. This is also pure vanilla, so I don't even have like world edit. Maybe I should have done a super flat. It's fine. Hold on. Concrete. We're gonna take good old pink concrete here, and we're gonna go up at least 32 blocks in the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, that's at least 32 blocks in the sky. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and fill it in. I don't know how the fill command works. Has anybody else got any info on that? I don't know if it'd be easier to do a fill command than just doing this. We're gonna use one world for the entirety of tonight, unless we need to like test out a specific thing that, like in a super flat or something. I don't know. Who doesn't do a bonus chest every time you start a world? It's just so nice. I really wish the bonus chest was on by default. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's a shame that it's not. Because the fact that it's not on by default makes the kids on TikTok feel like it's cheating sometimes. And if it was just on by default, then everyone would be like, oh, okay, that's not cheating. Yes, the loot is randomized, or it's based off the seed at least, I think. All right, so redstone dust, first of all. I have a rather large platform, so doing this without the fill command is going to be annoying. What if I try learning it right now? Fill these coordinates. All right. To these coordinates with redstone wire. That was one block too low. Yep. Is there an undo? There is no undo. Okay, so if I do that again and fill it with pink concrete. Why did it? Oh, it did 2 blocks thick. I see. Okay. I see. Okay, I see. All right, so now I'm... Aha! I got it. All right. I don't know why it's off by that. So let's try. There we go. All right, I got my coordinates. Well, that's still wrong. Okay. There we go. Now I've got my coordinates, so I can now do a fill above this by just copying and pasting the same command over and over again. All right. Time set night. Creaking does spawn. Notice no other mobs spawn. Air. Difficulty's hard. Why are we not getting any mobs? Oh, are we too low? Okay, so now we got zombies. Okay, so... Oh, there is plenty of mobs on the ground down there. We're not high enough. All right, that despawned everything on the ground. All right, let me get a spyglass now real quick so we can watch this. All right, so no mobs on there. We go down, we go closer to where mobs should definitely be able to spawn now if they wanted to. Nothing spawning on the ground. And we set the redstone wire to air. Do we get mobs spawning on it? I don't have free cam or anything either. Oh. Well, we got mobs on the ground again. Now I'm confused. Okay, we get mobs spawning right here. I don't know what height this is. 249. Okay. He doesn't despawn until right there. Okay. So if I do like a tick warp. Tick sprint. 60 seconds. Okay, so it just did a tick sprint and not a single mob spawned on there. So I have to say normal mobs don't spawn on redstone dust, but creakings do. So there is a list of items that normal mobs can't spawn on that creakings can. That's what I'm confirming right here, right now. Do another 60-second sprint. No mobs. So then set that back to air and do another 60-second sprint. And boom, instantly mobs. So, okay, 100% confirmed. There is a reason for updating this. Creakings can spawn on redstone wire, but normal mobs can't. So there needs to be something in the... yes. Well, normal mobs can't spawn on repeaters and comparators. The main difference right here that I just wanted to confirm is redstone dust, because we wanted to know the answer of if they spawned on repeaters, because they did spawn on dust when normal mobs don't spawn on dust. So now that we know that dust is one item they will spawn on that normal mobs won't, we can try and adding a comprehensive list. So, oh, wrong button. Windows tab, back to the wiki. Yeah, we got a spider jockey just in that 60-second sprint, huh? Can Enderman teleport to blocks with redstone on top of them and or repeaters? Maybe it's using their check mechanics, or is that silly? I don't know.
Skinjaya Sano is here.
Okay, so where in this spawning section would it make sense to write something about these guys do not spawn on the same list of blocks as normal hostile mobs? They will spawn on redstone dust, right? That's what needs to be here. Edit. Yep. Please remember to consult the style guide and rules. Okay, thank you. Well, that's as soon as I go to edit mode, it's immediately telling me the things that it thinks are spelled wrong. Okay. So, creaking spawn. When an activated creaking heart is triggered at nighttime, to activate the heart, it must be placed between two pale oak blocks with the same orientation as the heart and along the same axis. When these conditions are met and the creaking heart is in the overworld, a creaking spawns within 16 blocks horizontally and 8 blocks vertically of the creaking heart. The spawn creaking is linked to the creaking heart. The creaking heart does not deactivate even in the surrounding logs are broken or moved via pistons when the creaking is out. If a creaking linked to a creaking heart is killed with a command during night or moves more than 32 blocks away from its creaking heart, the creaking heart attempts to spawn a new creaking. The creaking can also spawn in its spawned eggs or command. I feel like it makes sense right here. To write creakings. Well, Mm. How I don't know. Let me just rough draft it. Creakings spawn on a different block set than I don't want to say normal. I'm sure we'll figure out a better way of saying this. Normal hostile mobs than most. Yeah, that's a good one. Than most hostile mobs. Unlike um I don't redstone dust. Redstone dust. No. That's it. How do we do the linking thing to redstone dust? Um like how do I Oh, site. Okay. Links, got it. Minecraft Wiki, redstone dust. Uh, hmm. So I have to figure out what the actual if it's called redstone wire or something in here. Um here it is. Okay, I had a period selected. So if I do that, now it actually links it to redstone dust. Um Unlike most hostile mobs. I actually like this sentence completely different. Okay, so unlike most hostile mobs, a creaking can spawn on redstone dust, comma, more words, right? Let's find some other things that a creaking can spawn on that okay, kind of like mm, unlike most hostile mobs, creaking can spawn on some blocks that prevent most mm, that prevent other mobs. And then we string, button, pressure plates. Yeah. We should check all those things. Exactly. So I'm going to leave this mid-edit. Go back to here. Mm-hmm. So we're going to set this to comparators. Break that because it's just not part of it. Slash kill at E. Oh God, I'm an at E. Okay. Chat, have you ever been an at E? Because I found myself there today. I'm going up. This is very slow. Time set night. Doesn't appear to be spawning. We do repeater. Repeater stops it as well. We know slabs. Well, okay, hold on. Oh yeah, they did do bottom slabs. Okay. Give me these items. I don't want here. We know all those are preventing it, so. Okay, yeah, he spawned right away. So we wanted to check string. Wait, what is string? Why can't I find the Minecraft : string? It doesn't exist. It's just called string. What's does anybody know what string is called in the commands reference for it? Gotta have a different
Tripwire hook.
maybe it's just called tripwire. It's just called tripwire. Thank you. There it is. So string placed on the ground is called tripwire. Okay, so it can spawn on string, but can I think normal mobs can spawn on string, actually, now that I think about it. What else did you say a second ago, NG? Buttons. Okay. Acacia buttons. Well, that didn't work. Facing up. Facing ceiling, I guess. I don't know. Let's try it. Other way around. All right. Facing floor. Cool. Try that. Okay, they will spawn on buttons. That's something that normal mobs won't spawn on. Is there a link for buttons? Okay. Unlike most awesome mobs, a creaking can spawn on some blocks that prevent other mobs. While all redstone, while redstone items prevent spawns normally, a creaking can spawn on, and then we just give it a list. Boom. All right, so we know buttons. So then I assume pressure plates as well. Half of them are pressed by the buttons. Yep, immediately on a pressure plate. Okay. Try hoppers too. You think they can spawn in anything that doesn't have an actual hitbox? Well, they're not spawning on a hopper. I guess that does have a hitbox. Open fence gate? I don't know about that. Open true. Can spawn in a normal mobs can spawn in an open fence gate though. If I just go away far enough, we'll see normal mobs spawn here. Hold on, we gotta get everything despawn off the ground. Can they? Oh, maybe they can't. Yeah, we got a zombie there. Unless he spawned on top of the thing. Let me do tick warp Or sprint 60 seconds. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of mobs on there. Yeah. Yeah. But closed fence gates. What happens there? It does appear that closed fence gates still stop them. Maybe. Can't tell if it's dark enough for it to spawn. It is lit up and it's not happening. Whatever. Okay. What other ideas did we have? Creakings do spawn on scaffolding or don't spawn on scaffolding, are you saying? And is that different from other mobs? Okay, he did spawn on scaffolding. And nothing else can. All right, so I'm trying to despawn that creeper that's on there. Okay, good. Yeah, this is what we're trying to figure out right now is we want to all this information is missing from the wiki, and we're trying to put something on here. Because when I made my creaking farm, which was a while ago now, admittedly, figuring out what I had to spawn proof and what I didn't have to spawn proof was annoying. So today, that's what this is my first task of just where we're going to be doing this here. Check my pinned video on capes. Oh. All right. What else? But yeah, it might just be things that don't have a hitbox, but because redstone dust, buttons, and pressure plates. What other things can you place down that don't have a hitbox? I don't know. I feel like it's all like redstone stuff. Trapdoors. He doesn't spawn on a trapdoor. He would spawn like instantly. What is? Oh, it's a shipwreck sticking out of there. Okay. I saw the piece of wood. I was like, what is that? All right. Oh, he spawned on top the dang thing. Okay. You know, I wondered when that was going to become a problem. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. I had the thought earlier, like, oh, I wonder if those mobs that are spawning on the platform are actually just spawning on the top of the thing, but what about tripwire hooks themselves? Well, can't really test that. levers and levers and torches? Oh. Facing floor. Oops. Okay, it will spawn on levers. And let's try redstone torches. They don't care about light level, do they? They just care night versus day. And he will spawn on redstone torches. And just normal torches too. Yeah. Okay, so levers and all forms of torches. We're gonna... We're gonna clean this up later. Oh, is there... redstone torches. I feel like there's probably a better way to list this than just all of these together, like this in a line, but it's better to have this than nothing. Soul torches. There's not a wiki page for all torches. Let me just see if I search for just torch. Torch disambiguous. Torch asset history. I don't want to leave this page. I guess hold on. Torch disambiguous. Okay, so the torch disambiguous is all torches. But it includes the copper torch, but it also includes torch flowers and torch flower seeds, which I think is dumb, but... Okay, what other forms of torch lists exist? Torch... DV? Nope. Torch asset history? You can add the link on those items by pressing Control F. I might just do torch and disambiguous. Okay, yeah, so then we have all torch types. Items that prevent spawns normally. Okay, wait. Of items that prevent spawns normally, a creaking can spawn on redstone dust, buttons, pressure plates, scaffolding, levers, torches. All right, that seems like a good way to write this paragraph. All right, what else? What else we got for ideas that we... rails. Do rails prevent spawns? Oh, I like how I did the loops. And glass. Oh, big brain. Yeah, rails and glass. Rail. We know they can spawn on glass. I don't know if that links to just clear glass or all glass, but that's everyone will get the point. Um Time, set, night. Yeah, okay, and he spawns immediately on the glass. Got it. Okay. What about like doors? Oh, because there's like a gap there. Oh boy, those are bottom half doors. Love that. Okay, he doesn't appear to spawn in the gap between solid items. Skulk sensors, I'm pretty sure those are gonna stop him because they have a hitbox. Oh, carpet? Those have a hitbox, but okay, it did stop it. What did you want me to do? I might as well try it. Skulk sensors. Yeah, he's not spawning on there. So what's other items that don't have a hitbox when you place them down? What about I just had the idea to try cake when I get a second. Um, Coral. I don't know if coral stops other mobs from spawning, though. Or like small drip leaves, but those have to be in water, don't they? Oh, those have to be on land or like yeah, they have to be like in water, I think. Or maybe on dirt. I don't know. Is it a dirt thing? Cuz I thought no, okay, those just don't. Those just don't. So and then it do they don't spawn in water, do they? So what about snow layer? Oh, someone said glow lichen actually earlier. Glow lichen face what? Uh Up equals true? I don't know if okay, that's the wrong way around. It needs to be down. Okay. I don't know if glow lichen prevents other mob. Okay, he does spawn on glow lichen. Farmland. I don't know if farmland's a block that I'm looking for. Farmland does prevent him from spawning. He'll eventually spawn on the dirt as it spreads, but he won't spawn on the farmland itself. Glow lichen does prevent other mobs, yeah. Is that because it prevents it itself, or does the light prevent it? Like, if glow lichen was on top of grass, would a sheep spawn on that grass? I'll write it because we're comparing this to hostile mobs. What's up? All right, what's some other funky blocks? that like don't have hitboxes but can be placed. No, it's very close, but today we're not playing in the hardcore world. Cake does have a hitbox, so I said it, but then I was like, I don't think that's. Oops. Yeah, I don't think he'll spawn on there. Yeah, he's not spawning on the cake. I literally just saw something I wanted to try a second. What about like dripstone? Pointed dripstone. Like upwards facing pointed dripstone. Okay, that normally blocks mobs, so this is normal. We are working today on making the Minecraft Wiki a better place by spending some time and updating parts of the wiki that we think are missing information that I find useful. What about like a banner? Does a banner stop mobs usually? And right now we're focused on, okay, he does spawn in banners. Now the next question is, do normal mobs spawn in banners? What about ice? Okay, normal mobs do spawn in banners. Okay. Does ice stop normal mobs from spawning in any scenario? I guess like normal ice, right? Because that would be considered transparent. He does spawn on there. Okay. All those mobs despawned, and if I do a nothing's spawning right now, Jesus. If I sprint 60 seconds, yeah, nothing spawned. So okay, they will spawn. I'm picking up a pattern. I might be able to completely change the premise of this sentence. And ice. Okay, look at this. Okay, look at this. So redstone dust, buttons, pressure plates, levers, torches, rails, and glow lichen all are the same in the sense that they are items that you can place. Okay. Items that you can, or that can be placed, but do not have a hitbox. And then you do a little parenthesis, redstone dust, pressure plates, levers, torches, rails, etc. And trans and full transparent blocks. See, that's what this is. This is what this list is. Hitbox. That normally prevent mob spawns do allow freakings to spawn. Yeah. I thought those that do have hitboxes, do you mean full 16 by 6? No, like a comparator has a hitbox of it makes the player stand 2 pixels taller. A slab makes a player stand 8 pixels taller on top of it. But while a button is 2 pixels tall, the player does not stand 2 pixels higher when he stands on top of a button. Right? Okay, it's a collision box. It's a collision box. The player doesn't collide with it. Items that can be placed but do not have a collision box: redstone dust, buttons, pressure plates, levers, torches, rails, and full blocks that are transparent. Glow lichen doesn't belong in this list. Glow lichen does not belong in this list. And full blocks that are transparent. I don't know if these need to be capital. This is ice, glass, scaffolding that normally prevent mob spawns do allow creakings to spawn. So amethyst crystals prevent spawns since they have their little square hitbox. I would imagine so. No, pressure plates do not push you up a pixel. Pressure plates specifically shrink when you step on them, and they can... All right, so what was it you wanted me to try? Amethyst? Small amethyst bud. Place this down. Wow, when was the last time I typed night? There we go. Night. Okay, I think we cracked the code. I don't think we need every single example. I think that the examples that we have are enough. And I think we cracked the code for what blocks that normal mobs can't spawn on, creakings can spawn on. Yeah. See, this is why I wanted to stream updating the wiki, because this is like fun. Now I have to make this alphabetical because you bet your butt I'm not making this not alphabetical. Buttons would be first. Let's move buttons to the front. Glow lichen would be next. Oh, why is that doing what it's doing? Oh man. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on. Should it be redstone wire? Now that I just saw redstone. Oh, that's redstone dust asset history. I'll do redstone dust. Yeah, that's fine. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Okay, got it. Levers Q R S. Oh, rails comes before redstone dust. P T. There we go. That's it. All right, followed by a G I and then S. All right. Glass, ice, scaffolding. There. I'm not gonna be the person that adds something to the wiki that is not up to my own standards that I would critique someone else for adding to the wiki. Unlike most hostile mobs, a creaking can spawn on some blocks that prevent other mobs. Items that can be placed but do not have a collision box, buttons, glow lichen, levers, rails, redstone dust, pressure plates, torches, and full blocks that are transparent, glass, ice, scaffolding that normally prevent mob spawns do allow creakings to spawn. This paragraph as a whole makes sense. If you were right, I just want to make sure, like, someone reading this for the first time who didn't just watch what we did. This makes sense? Probably debatable. uh, that prevent other mobs from spawning. There we go. I think that was the only disambiguous part from me. Items can be placed, but do not. Items that can be placed, but do. I feel like there should be another that, like, somewhere right here. Items that can be placed, but that do not. No. Yeah. Is there anything else about the creaking we want to change? As someone with low reading comprehension, it makes sense. W's all around. Oh, I did thumbs up, but you guys couldn't see. My hands were too high. Okay.
Zoe_B_1
Welcome
is
in.
here.
All right. Save changes. Oh. Uh. Do not submit copyrighted work. Yep. Briefly describe your changes. Okay. I don't know if I should leave this part here. Added distinction for spawning on blocks normal mobs and spawn on. Yeah. We've lost combined chat. Yeah, I just refreshed it like a minute ago. I'll refresh it again. On which platform? It might just be TikTok wanting me to do another CAPTCHA. All right. Normal. Landscape? All right. Yeah, it's working now. If you do not want your writing to be edited mercilessly and redistributed at will, then do not submit it. I just found my mouse hovering over mercilessly. That's gonna happen. Added difference in spawning condition than regular most hostile mobs. Review your changes. Yep, it's just this. It's just this line. Got it. Save. Boom. Chat, if you go to the Minecraft Wiki, that'll be on there now. I don't know if they have an approval process, actually. Or if that literally just goes straight on there. I'm going to check on another browser. Nope, it's just straight up on there. Okay. Was I on like 200% zoom? I guess I was. What else is some stuff I could check then? Because this was the main thing that like this whole stream was concepted on. Grayson wanted me to look at slimes spawning on string. Okay. Well, first off, does it mention string on this page at all? There's some code that mention a string, which is not the same thing. Oh, I don't want to zoom into this map. Okay, what does this say about spawning then? And does it mention something that would be relevant to string? Slime spawn in 3 sizes: small, medium, large. Slimes have an NPT tag size, which determines their size. Small, medium, and big slimes have their size set to 0, 1, and 3, respectively, using the summon or data commands. And slimes can be given any size in the range of 0 to 126. A slime needs a space of, to spawn, which must be clear of solid and liquid obstructions. When slime attempts to spawn, the game checks to see if the space requirements is followed. Therefore, small and medium slimes are not able to spawn in 2-block tall areas, even though it would normally be enough room for other mobs to spawn. Any block with the space, even a glass pane, can prevent slimes from spawning. Any block within the space, even a glass pane, can prevent slimes from spawning. Okay. A button or any block without a collision hitbox can prevent a mob from spawning on the block below it, but doesn't count as an obstruction. This is because the game looks for an air block above it when trying to spawn a mob. That's actually very similar to a creaking, then, I guess. Oh, no, this is the opposite of a creaking. A button or any block without a collision box can prevent a mob from spawning on the block below it, but doesn't count as an obstruction. Is this what Grayson wants me to put some disclaimer in about except for string? But I feel like that's just string in general, because if you look at the string page, okay, let me look for the word spawn on here. Okay, wait, it doesn't say anything on the string page on whether or not a mob can spawn on it or not. That's a huge piece of information for string, because a lot of people think that mobs can't spawn on string, but mobs can spawn on string. And there's no information on that. Oh, I thought this said farmable no. I was like, are you serious? Obtaining. I don't know where I would put it. I mean, let's 100% confirm real quick. Oh, it's called tripwire. Nothing spawning on it? Okay, a creeper did. Okay, yeah, mobs can spawn on it. So let me go tripwire. Okay, so tripwire does redirect you from string. So I just wanted to make sure that like there wasn't a separate page for tripwire, which is string that can be placed. When placed as a block, string becomes tripwire, which can be combined with tripwire hooks to form a tripwire circuit. Renewable. Hmm. Breaking. Okay, obtaining. I feel like it should be like under usage. Um, it needs a whole another section. String. It needs to have a section that basically says, I mean, like under usage. Well, okay. Would you put something it doesn't do under usage? I don't think so. Okay, what happens if I search like spawn protection? No, spawn protection is like a server thing. Spawn event? Oh, no, no, no. I don't know if there's like some other page. Issues. No? I mean, maybe I just add something to this header paragraph that says, contrary to popular belief, mobs can spawn on string. uh, what did Gryson want me to say about slimes and string? Does string stop slime spawning somehow? I don't think so. Mhm. String can be placed as a crafting ingredient and a tripwire can be used as a. Should put some definitive info that slimes will spawn on string. Okay, I don't think it's that slimes can spawn on string. That's not the what's missing from the wiki. What's missing from the wiki is that any mob can spawn on string. We shouldn't edit the slime page to say that it can spawn on string when every mob can spawn on string. The string page should say something to the effect that all mobs can, that it doesn't prevent mob spawns. I feel like we should add a section under usage then. Hold on, what's this about? You just made your first edit. No, this isn't my first edit. First edit today. Um, I thought I've made one edit on the, maybe it was under an old account or under a different name or something. Where's my edit button here? Ah. Hmm. Update the French version. Uh-oh. Actually, you know what? There was just a message there about consulting the rules. Um, uh, Okay, there's no. Oh, there's guidelines with the style guide. Articles should only contain information about Minecraft features, Minecraft spin-off game content, Minecraft franchise, and generally information that can be confirmed to exist and is relevant to an article topic. Speculative, unproven, or misinformation is not allowed and should not be added to pages. Tutorial information should be present only in tutorial articles. Um, hmm. Okay, so it doesn't say anything about like not posting something it doesn't do isn't against the rules. Or does it also not stop passive mobs from spawning on grass? I would assume it doesn't. I want to just search for not do. No. Okay. Oh, hold on. Mob spawning. There is a page on mob spawning. Is string listed on this page? String is not listed on the mob spawning page. Okay, all right, hold on. They can spawn on string. Is there like a page about what mobs? Yeah, is it called tripwire on here? No, the only tripwire re reference is in the is in the history tab here at the bottom. Yeah, because it does have both those names. You're right. Spawn conditions. Um, Whether a spawn condition fails differs from the determination of if the game tries to spawn them in that biome. For example, dolphins can have pack spawns that occur inside of frozen oceans and deep ocean biomes, but no other biomes. The block above the spawning block must either be transparent or air. Transparent. Is string listed as transparent? No. Types of transparent blocks. Okay, tripwire is in this list. Non-solid transparent blocks. Hmm. Okay, but in this list is also levers, and levers prevent mob spawns. And rails prevent mob spawns. Or do they prevent mob pathfinding? No, they prevent spawns, I think. I think it's both. Boy. Oh. Hmm. Okay, so this isn't like a list that is non-full block solids, though. That is probably mm, okay. Editing string. Mhm. Mhm. Oh. Crafting ingredient. Redstone component. Tripwire redirects here. Guess what? String uses tripwire which detects entities. Placement to place tripwire. Activation. Behavior. Okay, maybe in here. When any entity activates. When it I would write it here, I guess. Under a tripwire block is activated by any entity intersecting the tripwire hitbox except spectators and area effect clouds in Java Edition. They do not. Notably, there are some entities that still activate tripwire despite otherwise ignoring block collisions. Um, behavior. When any entity activates the tripwire first updates its immediate neighbors, and then okay. After those updates are processed, the tripwire, any tripwire hook is signaled to update. Um, I feel like just bam right here under behavior as a redstone component. Unlike something would be uh unlike similar redstone components with no hitbox, redstone dust and okay, yeah. Unlike unlike similar redstone components with no collision hitbox, redstone dust. String does allow mobs to spawn on it. Uh, on the block below. Does that makes sense and doesn't seem out of place? Because it's underneath the redstone the usage redstone component description. So we're comparing it to other redstone components like redstone dust that have no collision hitbox. String does. Yeah, this makes sense. Describe what you changed. Review my changes. Yeah, just adding that. I will add a description. Um, added disclaimer that mobs can spawn on string. That makes sense. Cool. What else is there? I feel like there's a lot of like mob spawning stuff that isn't there. Um, let's just take a look at the new mobs. Happy Gast. Spawning. Hypergas can be spawned by waterlogging a dried gas for 20 minutes. The block will transform into a gasling. The gasling cannot be harnessed or ridden until fully grown. Feeding it snowballs accelerates its growth. Unlike other mobs that can be fed, happy gas cannot be bred. Is dried gas has its own thing. Okay. Usage? Okay. When a dry gas is waterlogged, it's a rehydration process. Green particles appear, and the gas gradually develops a smiling expression and becomes brighter in color. These visual changes appear in stages, becoming noticeable after 5 minutes, more pronounced after 10 minutes, and visually complete after about 15 minutes. After about yeah, okay, they have that down. I feel like yeah, I feel like people adding on the new stuff, people are definitely adding a lot of things on. Um, maybe some, like, older stuff. Because this wiki's pretty new. Maybe some older stuff is not been fully done up. What's a mob that was added, like, 1.7 to 1.13 or something? Shulkers were added in that. How full is this? Okay, this is done up pretty good. Well, okay, what's an insignificant dolphin? What's what's an insignificant mob? Um, yeah, okay, so this is like the normal percentage. This page is pretty desolate compared to other ones because once you get to the sounds, then you're past things people have written. Yeah. Um, I don't know what else there is to say about dolphins. Actually, yeah, a lot of this is really technical stuff that I don't know how people even figure it out. Oh, behavior, they suck. Um, does it mention baby dolphins at all? Mhm. Okay, so there is a lot of Mhm. Okay, so they do what about do they have baby squids referenced in squids? Excuse me? Okay. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay, so they have hitbox sizes for babies. Like other passive mobs, killing a baby squid nils no items or experience. Unlike most animal mobs, squids cannot breed. Baby squid can only be found when they naturally spawn. A baby squid eventually turns into an adult after 24,000. Takes 20 minutes and their growth cannot be sped up. Okay. So it's saying this is very important. That is something that was missing from the wiki uh at the time of update. That was that was missing from the wiki at the time of the update. And that's why I thought that I could put a baby squid in my mob zoo without it growing up. Good to know the community's doing work. Okay, what else can we check? Um, I kind of want to go back to the Pale Garden. Oops. Pale. Oh, this is a disambiguation page. Lists. articles associated with the same title. Mm, Hmm. Look at the biome. Oh, they have a vibrant visuals tab. That's cool. It really should be the same picture though. Like you can see the trees are different. This is a different, like it should be the same picture and the same lighting conditions with vibrant visuals and regular. People got the exact hex codes. I like that. Okay, there's really not a lot written here other than the description. Hmm. Mm. Interesting. Wait. Generate adjacent to dark forests, high inland areas when weirdness values are high. I gotta read about weirdness values. Uh, weirdness is one of the Perlin noise overlays that make up world spawning. Crazy. Look at this though. You can see these rivers are all line up with these black lines here. This is all the same terrain. Yeah, weirdness. It's yeah, what apparently dark pale gardens are determined by high weirdness values. Um and I guess other like mystical things would be too, like probably mushroom fields. Okay. 6 parameters: temperature, humidity, continentalness, erosion, weirdness, aka ridges. Oh, weirdness is ridges. What's a ridge, chat? Weirdness, also known as ridges, affects whether to generate a biome variant or not. If the weirdness value is greater than 0, the generation becomes weirder. For example, using the variant of the jungle biome, bamboo jungle. Additionally, weirdness also affects where peaks and valleys generate. Because of this, a biome and its variant often do not appear on the same bank of a river. Oh, interesting. Okay, so weirdness determines the like ridges and up downness of the peaks and valleys of a biome. And like a bamboo jungle will happen at a specific like level of uh angle, kinda, I guess. Or when there's enough of a difference. Hmm. Okay, we're off track. This is not something I can assist with putting things on. What about cows, chat? Is there anything I can sounds made up? No. No, there's I've watched a video where Jeb talked about it in 1.18. Not weirdness specifically, but like the Perlin noise layers that are used for land generation in 118 that was changed. Okay, how do cows spawn? Oh, we actually recently have definitely had a ton of people touching the cow page because of the variant. So yeah, probably a ton of people have put their words in here. Other variants? When a cow is summoned using a spawn egg or commands. Interesting. Oh, if it does any biome not list. Okay. That's good to know. Trivia. Okay. Is this trivia just like a random fun fact someone decided to add one day? Or is this like uh Marcus stated in a Tumblr post that all breedable peaceful mobs displayed traits of both genders. Be bred with any other. Who is this? This is good. We got a link to him. Oh, that's Notch's name. Interesting. Interestingly, his page is not called Notch. Okay. Oh, they have literally the textures right here too. PC gamer demo. Oh, I was on looking online and I saw someone claiming to be selling an original PC gamer demo disc, like CD for Minecraft. And I was like, what is that? And I 100% recognize this logo from on the cow on the disc. Yeah, someone was selling this disc. They wanted like $5 for it. I didn't think it was real. How did I just stumble upon this? June 2011. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, chat. Looks so old. Yeah, it does. Honestly, this doesn't even look terribly old though. Like if you get rid of the hotbar, there is not a there like other and you change like okay, the grass texture is a little off. Like if you opened up modern Minecraft, went to a birch forest with the programmer art resource pack, the chances of finding something that looks exactly like this though is very high. Not nowadays, it's less so because they did add the new wildflowers and stuff, but still. What does this say? Have this is a Jenna, right click, pet. What does this say? And there, wait, you got like 100 minutes of playtime and that was it? Oh my goodness. All right. It has been suggested that this page be moved to Java Edition Demo or Java Edition PC Gamer Demo. If this move affects many pages or many, do not move this page until a consensus is reached. Okay. Hmm. Interesting to see that they just kind of have this kind of discussion right here for everybody. Oh, there's like a lot. Okay, what else we got? Let's go to slimes. Let's go back to slimes like we were thinking of. I gotta I gotta make sure everything's accurate on slimes. What is that? Slimes are bouncy, cube-shaped hostile mobs that spawn deep underground in particular chunks or in the surface of swamp biomes. They're attacked by jumping at their targets. Okay, spawning. Slime spawn in. What's did that say anything about spawn chunks? Slime chunks. Okay, come. Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought this was about swamps because this is specifically showing a swamp right now. Do they just have chunk base embedded into here? Oh, yes, it is. It is chunk base embedded directly into the wiki. Huh. They're not determined randomly. An algorithm is used to determine whether each chunk is a slime chunk. Okay, but like the algorithm's known. Why don't we say it? I don't know it. But obviously chunk base is able to calculate it based on a seed that's never been, used before. So they are able to calculate it. I would like not something I can do, but I would like more information on the algorithm there, but oh my gosh, it's my hardcore world. No, that'd be insane though. uh, let's change this to a 4. Oh my goodness. All right. I feel like I'm a little bit aimless now. I did not expect to get through Creakings that fast. If I go back to Creakings, I didn't really check um the entire list. Whoa, somebody already updated this. Who did that? Whoa. Somebody went in and changed how this is done. Wow, okay. I think there is some sort of approval process, gas, where some like um moderator saw that I submitted something and was just like, I'm gonna make sure this is good. Oh wow, they added a whole sentence. However, blocks with a hitbox that is not a full block, such as carpets, do prevent creakings from spawning. That's a good distinction. Wow, that's crazy how fast other people are on it when something like that is added. I didn't get like notified of it either. Interesting. Give this like a month and it'll be unrecognizable from what I wrote. No, we didn't finish it. We didn't stream yesterday. Tomorrow will be the next stream in the hardcore world. Can naturally swim and float on the surface of water or lava, but will sink when they are immobilized from being observed. Do they float back up or do they swim back up once they are no longer observed? If it says they can swim, then yes, they would swim back up. Okay. Mhm. Okay. I'm struggling to think. Where did these saved things come from? I don't know. I'm struggling to think of anything else. I We're going to the auto crafter page, chap. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to the crafter page. This is going to be a very technical one, but something I'm very familiar with. A mechanic that I know, and if I question something, I can definitely confirm. A crafter is a low capacity storage block used for automating crafting. Its inventory acts as a crafting table that crafts when it's powered, ejecting the crafting item or items from its mouth into the world or into a container it is facing. Its inventory slots cannot be individually locked to prevent hoppers, droppers, etc. from filling them. Crafting recipes treat locked slots as empty. Treat locked slot as empty of item. Oh, empty of items, like there's no items in it. Okay, got it. Because that's what it is. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Obtaining combined with anything but pickaxes are the quick. Oh, I was gonna say anything combined with anything but pickaxes. I was like, what? No, that's fine. All right. I want efficiency 5, haste 2. Oh my goodness, you're telling me I have to wait a whole 0.05 seconds for the quickest. Okay, this is really cool. Like thing here. How do I? Would it say Instamine? I don't know. Crafting, yeah, usage. Container. A crafter has 9 slots of inventory space arranged in a 3x3 grid like the crafting table. Its GUI can be accessed by using it. A slot can be enabled or disabled, which can be toggled by clicking on it when empty. Disabled slots cannot have items put in them. Yep. Hoppers, droppers, and other crafters interact with crafters by inserting items into its inventory. Hoppers can remove ingredients as well. The added items are distributed from top left to the bottom right of the enabled slots if there is an empty slot. If the crafter has all item slots filled, then items are added into the lowest count item stack of the same type. Hoppers and droppers can interact with all sides of the crafter and prioritize filling empty spaces followed by the smallest stack of the item. Yeah, that's right. Okay. When a crafter receives a redstone signal, it waits for 2 redstone ticks, 4 game ticks, or 0.2 seconds, barring lag, before ejecting the crafting item using the ingredients from the 9 inventory slots. The crafted items are subsequently ejected from the front of the crafter. If the front of the crafter is facing a container, including another crafter, the crafted items are transferred into the container. If the container it is facing is full or the item cannot be inserted into the container, the crafter ejects the item instead. Crafters interact with containers similar to droppers. If a recipe has byproducts, those are ejected after the crafted item. Oh, it's specifically after, huh? For shaped recipes, the position of the items in the inventory matters because disabled slots prevent items from entering the slot. Crafters can be used to craft any item in the game automatically without any input from the player using a series of hoppers and or droppers and the correct configuration of disabled slots for the recipe. A hopper placed below a crafter collects the ingredients from the crafting grid, not the resulting item. Yep, that's an important distinction. Um, that's why I always do my crafters facing downwards and then a dropper underneath it and then a hopper underneath the dropper. So that when it crafts something, it spits it into the dropper and then the hopper immediately takes it and pushes it somewhere else and not having it directly underneath the crafter. In Java Edition, unlike dispensers and droppers, crafters aren't affected by quasi connectivity. Oh. Comparators can emit a redstone signal when reading from a crafter. Yeah, equal to the number of crafting slots that are either disabled or occupied by an item. The stack size of the item has no effect on the comparator's output signal, e.g., 1 stick versus 64 sticks is the same slot, both output the same comparator signal. An empty crafter will with no disabled slots does not output any signal through a comparator. Crafter with every slot being disabled or containing an item of any stack size outputs a signal strength of 9 through a comparator. Okay, what's up? And then we're on to the generic stuff. I mean, okay. I don't see anything missing. This is just data values, achievement. Oh wow, there's a lot more down here. Achievements, advancements. Why are those separate? Advancements. There's one. Oh, this icon's really cool though. Whoa. This bedrock. Oh, this is PlayStation. Oh, interesting. Uh, excuse me, chat. Mm. Can anyone remember something else from the wiki that was missing recently that I said I needed? Like, there was there's been several times where I've gone to the Minecraft wiki to find something that wasn't there. You know what I can do? I can actually let's just do face cam real quick. I have the transcripts of my entire of every stream I've ever done. If I use Notepad++ to search the folder of my transcripts of my chat transcripts or my word transcripts for the word wiki, just see what happens. Oh boy. Where do these save nowadays? I don't even know. Is it under Oh, closed captions is a folder. Okay. There's 2,930 items in here. Oh boy. Um, file, search, find in files, select folder, find what? Wiki. Find all. This is so much. um, hopefully it'll actually finish because some of them might be offloaded to my cloud, which who knows what'll happen if those are offline right now. It's found 500 instances of the word wiki. Okay, goodness. All right. Is it starting at the oldest or newest? It started at the oldest. All right, let me go to the other way. Hey, it literally pulled up like 28 hits for today's stream. All right, all right. Okay, I really want to check the Minecraft wiki. They don't have an update guide for 121.7. Ha. Okay, that's something I said just the other day. Let's get back to this and check to see if they have an update guide for 121.7. They don't. So if I go to 121.6, you can see here they have a guide for Chase the Skies. Oh, but that includes 121.6, 7, and 8. Oh, okay. Well, all right. What did I say before that? Some other time. Um. Hmm. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I said, if there's a difference of speed, it can't be much. What's the wiki say? Sorry, I don't care. Oh, I was talking about wearing boots. Is there a difference with Swift Sneak? No, what's the other one? Soul Speed. Is there a difference when walking on Soul Sand versus Soul Soil? Okay. Like, I know it probably gives you the same boost, but because the base speed is slower on Soul Sand, are you technically slower? When walking on Soul Sand or Soul Soil, Soul Speed increases the player's speed. When wearing boots with Soul Speed, the player's speed is adjusted by the multiplier. The speed decreases of Soul Sand has no The speed decreases of Soul Sand has no effect on Soul Speed, meaning that the player can walk on Soul Sand with the same speed as on Soul Soil. Okay. Okay, this has that information. Good. Okay, another thing I was talking about was chicken jockeys. Oh no, I was okay, okay. I need to look back further, man. Huh. Mm. I don't know what the distance is, and it's not mentioned on the wiki of all that. I remember I discovered that when I was happening to me over and over again. What distance am I talking about? And that is the top geek was last redemption. Dang dude, let me get these boxes back into the unloader, put stuff away. Yeah, I don't know what the distance is, and it's not mentioned on the wiki at all of that could possibly happen. There's some distance I wanted to know that I can't. I don't know what the distance is I was talking about. On 2025 513 at 3:20 a.m. That doesn't sound right. I don't know, chat. I don't know. The wiki says dispenser can place a carved pumpkin, but only if it's snow or iron golem created after its place. It's crazy to me that we put that much thought into the mechanic, but we can't share them. Yeah, shear them. That's what I. Okay. Can anyone confirm in the wiki if that is the fact the spawning condition for glow squids? It needs to be source blocks with a light. Okay, let's look glow squids. What is the spawn conditions here? Schools of 4 to 6 low squids in water, complete darkness in the overworld, below layer 30, except for the deep dark biome. Unlike most other aquatic mobs, they do not require water or waterlogged blocks above the below spawning space. Needs to be source blocks with a light level. Does it need to be source blocks? It doesn't. I don't think it needs to be source blocks, but this. Okay, this doesn't say anything whether or not it needs to be source block or um or if they spawn in flowing water as well. I want to add that distinction here. So I want to if it says if they only spawn in source blocks, I want to say in water source blocks. Or if it spawns in flowing water, I want to write in the parentheses sources or flowing or something like that. So let's just check this real quick. Back to here. This is useful information. Wait, so what are their spawning conditions then? In water and complete darkness in the overworld below layer 30. All right. /fill. Why is it not giving me my coordinates now? Time set day. What are my coordinates? It's supposed to be giving me my coordinates when I do this. Or maybe I just need to be standing. Yeah, I need to be standing. All right, so if I grab this coordinate all the way to this coordinate, and then if I make this go down to 0, and this go up to 180, and then fill it with air. Oh, wow, okay, that was way too large of an area, apparently. Even that's too large. Okay, the fill command is not like world edit. I cannot do a large area. Well, if I get into the Colonel mod pack, I can test this really easily. Whoa, okay, we came straight down on a trout chamber. That's interesting. Let me open up the Colonel mod pack then, because this is something I want to test. See, these glow squids are right here, and they're in water sources. Okay. I don't know what that means. Not yet, at least. All right, let me open up the Colonel mod pack. Pure vanilla is better to test in my opinion, but not if you don't have the tools to do the testing. Isn't there a game rule to make fill work with larger areas? No idea. I don't use the fill command. I use world edit usually. I was just testing in pure vanilla because I figured that would be more like correct to do. But without world edit, no can do for some of this stuff. All right. Uh, what the heck is that? I don't know what this means. All right, let's go to my creative world for 121.8. Oh, this is where I got the thumbnail for the stream that we're watching right now. Interesting. Oh yeah. I can move faster too. All right, so let's do. Give me a wand. First I'll select position 1 right here. Then position 2 right here and set air. Bam. What? Oh, I did both position 1s. Dang it. All right, back up over here then. Now setting to air. Here we go. Well, it's the second time I ran it. Doesn't appear to be doing anything. Oh, yeah, the game's froze. I shouldn't have ran it twice. Not even that big of an area. And it's running this in the kernel mod pack, not even like on a server. Usually on like the tour server doing something like this, goes quicker than that. I like world edit's broken. 'Cause I like can't even game mode creative. No, I can't get out of spectator mode. It's doing something, I guess. It's just stuck doing it. But I'm like at a perfect 260. Um, um, my TPS app. Yeah, something's not right. If I save and quit. Hmm. That's crazy to me that is broken like so. Mhm. They did add a game rule to make it bigger, huh? Interesting.
Massive.
Yo, Prime sub from No Apologies. Yeah, I've never really used the fill command because I've always been a world edit or lately an Axiom fan. I've always used world edit, and for the past year or so, I've used Axiom heavily. I don't know if I'm gonna have to like Alt F4 Minecraft right now. Hold on, give me a second. Let me check Task Manager. Task Manager's like not even doing anything. There's not even like one core that's like pinned to 100% for Minecraft or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like kill Minecraft. This is a dummy creative world anyway. If it gets corrupted, we don't care. Mhm. It sucks that you can't undo it. True. True, 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 true. Mhm. You don't say. I just got an email from not Mojang, from Amazon saying we couldn't ship your item today. And it's like, or it says there's a delay. And I'm like, of course there's the delay. It says it was supposed to be here today and it's 11 p.m. and it's not here. Because they never shipped it. Oh, man. I needed it tomorrow. I wanted it tomorrow. I don't need it. All right, back to the game. All right, let's see what happens when I open up the world. Oh, the chunk's gonna be gone? Axiom, the editor UI keybind has conflicts. Okay. Well, something's happening. Okay. So yeah, World Edit did its thing. It just didn't update the server. It just got stuck. Okay. There's a single parent. He's just falling, dude. Can I like right click on him to like see from his POV or something? I don't know how that works. No, this is what I wanted. I wanted to delete it. But the problem was, like I set this area to air, but the problem is when I did it, just straight up nothing happened. Okay, did he just spawn? Like, I need to know if they spawn in flow. They definitely spawn in flowing water. That is like 100% confirmed right there. They spawn in flowing water. Not just the water blocks. Yeah, there's no way those guys are not spawning in the flowing water because they're just appearing right there. But let's see. Water bucket. Well, they might have spawned in a group. Oh, look at this, chat. If I do B, yeah. Why am I so fast? Why is that not working? There we go. Look at that. If I do B, now it just shows barrier blocks. Oh, but that does make it to where you can't see them when you're holding the barrier block the vanilla way. Interesting. That's one of the mods I added to the Colonel mod pack recently. So if I put down a water bucket and I put an anvil... Oh, okay, what's something I can waterlog in it? Can I put a head down? No. What's something I can waterlog that will prevent mob spawning in it? What about like a fence? That'll stop mob spawning in it. And if I go up high, yeah, they definitely spawn in flowing water as well, like directly in flowing water, not just sources. A leaf is a full thing, that's right. That's a good call. Oh, but then that doesn't allow it to flow. That doesn't allow it to flow. Okay, a slab though. A slab is something big. Okay, I lost the source block. So if I do this, there's no way a squid spawns in that. Okay. So if they can't spawn in the source block, they won't... Oh, there they will. Okay, they spawn in flowing water. Confirmed. That is what I'm very happy with saying they spawn in flowing water. Oh, Wrong button. Um. Okay, in Java Edition, schools of 4 to 6 glow squids spawn in water. Well, okay, what does the wiki refer to flowing and source water? I mean, maybe that's why they just wrote water, because water means it could be any kind of water, source block or flowing. But I want to specifically clarify that. Um. Mhm, 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 mhm.
Preach, dude.
Yo, what do you call is it just flowing water rather than flowing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Glow squids, spawning, edit. We'll go in here. Behavior. Wait, where's the part on spawning? Did I scroll right past it? Yeah, I did. I'm bad. I just kind of want something here. Source or flowing. Um, and this should probably be a link to water. Yeah. I mean, that's a basic edit, but that I wanted to confirm that and put it in there right. It's okay. You're allowed to be dumb sometimes. Um, I um, I don't know if I should say source block or or flowing block, flowing current, flowing water. Hmm. Yeah, that's easy enough. Save changes, describe what you changed, added um clarif clarification on type of water they can spawn in. I don't know if this is a minor edit or not. Review your changes. Yeah, save. Bam. Um, I want to go to the squid page and make sure it says this for the squid. Um, In Java Edition, 2 to 4 squid can spawn in water from Y level 50 to 63 inclusive, as long as the biome is a river or ocean variant. The block above must also be water, and the block below must be water or waterlogged. Squids share the water creature mob cap with dolphins. Okay, this might be different. I wonder, do squids spawn in flowing water? Let's find out. And if they do, then we'll know. So we'll do the same test in the sky. If I pull up Axiom here, no? Give me angel placement or an off angel placement. All right, turn down my speed, please. Uh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Time set day. Cool. Heck yeah. Oh wait, this isn't a river biome, is it? No, this is a bamboo jungle. Shoot, what are the spawning parameters of a squid? Uh, 50 to 63 inclusive, as long as the biome is a river or ocean. Okay. So I actually need to go back down here where we have an ocean variant. Right here? Yeah, right here will work. And then I do my angel block here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want angel block on anymore. That might be the center. I don't know. Okay, it was off center, but yeah, that should spawn squids. It's a lukewarm ocean at 56. This should spawn squids. Tick. Sprint. 60 seconds. Oh, there's tons of squids over there in the water. Now I despawned those. Can I get myself a spyglass? What happens if I do that? Hmm. I thought I had fast place on. Is this fast place? I don't know. Can we get any squids to spawn there? Oh, wait, doesn't it need to be multiple blocks deep? As long as the biome is a river or ocean variant, the block above must also be water, and the block below must be water. Okay, so they can't be um flowing water because it has to be in a water sandwich. It has to be at least 3 blocks deep of water, and it'll only spawn in the middle one if it is only 3. Okay. Would it spawn? Do we get squids that spawn in the wall? See, here we get squids. No, they don't spawn in. Yeah, you're not seeing any squids spawn in the wall here in the flowing down part, like we see glow squids spawning in the flowing down part. They will swim towards it, but they don't spawn in it inherently. Oh, but these guys are kind of close. No, they're swimming out of it. Yeah, those guys, if they fall out, it's because they're swimming out of it. Okay, we're gonna add that they have to spawn in a water source block. Yeah, we're doing Java, of course. Yeah, so this only says 2 to 4 squid can spawn in water. As the block above must also be water, and the block below must be water or waterlogged. But it doesn't say that. Like, you can have flowing water that has 3 full blocks of flowing water flowing straight down. It won't spawn in that. It only spawns in 3 source blocks in a row. In what? So that's what I need to. That's what I want to clarify here. Edit in water source blocks. There. That 2 to 4 squids can spawn in water source blocks from why. Oh, so what do they link here water wise? Do they link to? Okay, they just link to water. Yeah, can spawn in water source blocks from Y 50 to 63 as long as the I don't know the block above. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a really easy change. Clarified water must be source block. Yeah. But I wrote more about what I changed than the actual change. Okay. What else? Mhm. I mean, we could apply the same logic to fishes. I'm pretty sure these have to be in source blocks. Subject to fish spawning requirements. Okay. Um. Hmm. The spawn block and the block below can be any kind of water, such as source block, falling water, bubble column, kelp. Okay, so they already clarify that it can be a source block or falling water. Or okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. I feel like I was doing a lot more better work with the creakings at the beginning. I also find it absolutely hilarious that somebody also already edited the what I wrote on the creaking page. I wonder if what I wrote on the water page has already been edited. Wait, no, it wasn't water. Hold on, it was glow squids, right? Oh, yeah, it hasn't been changed yet. It hasn't been changed yet. uh, okay. Oh, let me go to the dispenser page and see what they mention about pumpkins. Oh, dispensers can be used to place pumpkins to activate iron golems and snow golems. But they don't mention that anywhere. Okay, dispenser behavior. Got it. If placement completes the construction of an iron golem, snow golem, or wither, the entity is created as if constructed by a player. The difficulties that peaceful dispensers never replace with their skeleton skulls. Equip player mob with exceptions or armor stands with an empty helmet. Okay, so they have a disclaimer in here about how carved pumpkins work. Um, okay, carved pumpkins. What do they say about usage with dispensers? Oh, they already even have the copper golem. Oh, that's actually really cute little thing you build. I feel like it's such a simple thing though that someone might one day actually want to put a carved pumpkin above a single piece of copper in a build and then not be able to use that as like their color palette because it would just make a golem and a chest every time. uh okay. I like how this is worded. It can also place the carved pumpkin as a block if a snow, iron, or copper golem can be spawned after the pumpkin is placed. We can reword that. It can also place the carved pumpkin as a block if its placement would spawn a snow, iron, or copper golem. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I won't touch it. Uh, um, okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to get done, plus a few little other things. Um, I think that's gonna be it for the night chat. I'm gonna be really interested to know, like, I'm gonna check on it like tomorrow or someday in the future and see what's been changed. But we handled the big thing that I cared about, and that was the creakings. Thank you, Mrs. Ken, for reminding me that the creaking needed that information. Um, yeah, just trying to see if I can find anything else I need to change. Do you remember anything else that I said I needed? I feel like there's always like little things I go to the wiki that are not worded in a way that I find helpful or like not detailed enough to answer my questions. Going forward, chat, I want to I want to fix those things as I come up with them, whether that not while I'm live trying to like do something, but if I am using the wiki and an answer feels inadequate, I want to like come back to it and I want to make sure the answer's there for somebody else when they need it. That's what today's stream was. And I'm really glad I got to do it. Maybe I'll do it again in the future if we get a list of things. Or maybe I'll just do it at my own time if as onesie twosie little things come up. But that's gonna be it for me for the night chat. Thank you so much for the awesome stream. Thank you for the channel point redemptions. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. Thank you everybody for being here across all the platforms. Thank you for the gifts over on TikTok. Sorry the alerts weren't working and I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. Like genuinely, I didn't mean to ignore you. My bad, dude. I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, where we finish the lava lake. I can start a wiki channel in the Discord. No, we should just post about it in the Minecraft channel, or you should get a clip of me saying that I don't need it. Or saying that something's missing. Yeah, I don't think we should make a new channel for that. I actually have one of the items on my to-do list that I have is to clean up the Discord and consolidate a lot of channels and like I feel like maybe a Minecraft wiki channel would be appropriate because I kind of want to just add Minecraft as a category, not with several channels like to talk about snapshots, to talk about the hardcore world, to talk about the SMP, talk about the tour server, everything have a dedicated channel like that. And the wiki could definitely have a channel in that so that the Minecraft isn't just one channel with like a million things happening in it. So Minecraft is a whole category. Not a thread. A thread will disappear and never be seen again. I mean, it wouldn't disappear, but you'd have to specifically like go looking for it. And I don't know how to find a thread once it's like fallen off into obscurity. Yeah. There would be a Minecraft channel for just help, like assistance, questions, that kind of stuff. There definitely should be one for redstone, a channel for just redstone, like, "Oh, there's this new redstone mechanic," or, "How do I do this redstone thing?" I don't know. Like, the Discord needs love, and I don't have I have a vision. I don't have the time to execute it. Alright, bye, chat. Bye. Oh, how did we get to talking about the Discord? Yeah, right, because we wanted to add a wiki channel. Maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Maybe I have very high priority projects right now, I need to be focusing on those before I get to the Discord, which is much lower priority, but like I'll add a note for a wiki channel to the Discord cleanup. All right, peace out.